As one of the hardest hitters in the National Football League, 49ers safety Donte Whitner is instructed to see what he hits.
And drop! San Francisco ball!
Ironic, considering the genesis of his ferociousness stems from a hit he never saw coming.
Playing in the yard, throwing the football back and forth, it goes in the street. And, you know, just being a kid, I ran out there, hit by the car, flipped over it, broke multiple bones in my legs and ribs and, you know, all the way up to my chest cage.
What do you remember from that day?
I remember actually seeing the sky when the car actually hit me and flipped me over. I remember being picked up and carried out of the middle of the street and to the house and put on the couch. And then after that, I remember waking up in this big tube.
Donte's mother, Deborah, however, remembers everything, starting with a phone call.
I left work in a panic. All I could think about was my son was going to die because he was so young. I called the hospital, nobody could give me any answers, so I didn't know if my son was going to be dead when I got there.
Donte broke numerous bones in his body, including over 30 fractures in his legs alone. Doctors said the 6-year-old may never walk again.
To hear that kind of stuff, I don't care if you're a kid or adult or grown up, that's going to crush you a little bit.
He must have been in the hospital for about 2 or 3 weeks. And I stayed at the hospital with him and slept in the room with him because he had never been away from me. And, you know, kids that young, they're scared.
He spent 3 months in a full body cast. The only way he could move, being pulled in a little red wagon.
It hurts. You know, I won't even buy my own children a red wagon. That red wagon brings back the memories of me being pulled around in it and having a full body cast on and seeing other kids run around and play sports, and me actually thinking as a kid that I'm never gonna be able to do these things.
For the 2 years you couldn't play, how much more did it make you fall in love with sports?
I think it made sports my everything.
His passion soon becoming his mission.
I had a lot of friends that played football before me. I told myself when I got out of the cast and was healthy enough to do it, I would get on my bike and follow them up there, and that's what I did. My mom didn't really know about it. Coaches wanted me to play. I didn't tell them that I was hit by a car. I didn't tell them that I was never supposed to play sports. Had the paperwork, forged my mom's signature, and took it up there.
He forges my name, and he's playing football. I know nothing about it. One day my brother comes and says, "You should see your son playing football." I was so mad. I told him he couldn't play anymore. He was still going down there and playing. I was so scared.
Donte didn't just love football. He put everything he had into it. For the first time, Donte was finally able to hit back.
You're gonna see me play reckless. You're gonna understand that I was already hit by a moving vehicle. Now I wanna be the moving vehicle.
How often do you find yourself thinking about that 6-year-old boy?
Pretty much every day. I have the picture sitting on my kitchen table at home. So I make sure that before I leave my house every day, I look at it. When I step on the football field on Sundays, when we have a game, I try to bottle that energy and just understand that it can be taken away at any point.